Hi there, everyone. I'm Katie de Jong at Whispering Heart Coaching, dedicated to helping you live from your heart and design a life you truly love. It's so nice to be back with you. It's been a few weeks since I've been able to connect with you, and I'll explain about that in these next few minutes, but it's been a very eventful few weeks, you could say. Um, my video post today is on the topic of the challenge and the joy of receiving, and this is a topic that's been really relevant to me the last few weeks. Um, Many of you may already know that a few weeks ago my family and I went to Thailand for a holiday, which was beautiful. We had a lovely beach holiday, and we had beautiful weather. We did some sightseeing and just had some nice time hanging out with the family, the four of us, my two young boys and my husband and I. It was a really, really beautiful holiday, and unbeknownst to me, in the last couple of days, it must have been while we were there, we'd been bitten by a few mosquitoes, but we didn't think too much of it. But as it turns out, when we got back to Korea, for one day I felt great, and then we got back on Saturday night, and Monday I came down with really, really bad chills and fever. And I just thought, oh gosh, I've got a really bad cold or something, pick something up on the aeroplane. But it was a really, really bad fever, the kind of fever where you're sweating but you're freezing cold, and I was piling up the blankets I got the boys off to school and then was piling myself under blankets trying to get warm, just shivering. And then this continued for 2 days. I had to get my husband to come home from work early to help me pick up the kids because I just couldn't get out of bed. Tuesday night, I actually said to my husband, I think you need to take me to hospital because I just felt so sick. I haven't felt that sick in a long, long time, if ever. Now, to cut a very long story short, as it turns out, I had picked up dengue fever in Thailand, and that's a virus passed along by mosquitoes. It's not common here in Korea at all, but it's apparently quite common in the Southeast Asian tropical countries. It's got a 3 to 5 day incubation period, so I must have been bitten on the last few days that we were in Thailand, and then came down with the symptoms when we got back here to Korea. And the fever ended up lasting for 6 days. Initially, the people in the hospital thought I just had the flu. They thought it was influenza, and all the tests were centered around that. And then but with influenza, your fever usually comes down within 2 or 3 days, and mine continued to stay high, and it was almost 7 days that I had a fever of 39 plus degrees, and it was getting pretty scary. We just got the results back yesterday that it was in fact dengue fever. So the symptoms of dengue fever are really, really high fever. I had terrible headaches, and I was vomiting. I couldn't keep any food down for about 3 or 4 days, so I lost a lot of weight in that time. And this purple kind of skin rash that breaks out all over your body, I thought it was just that I'd been a bit sunburned in Thailand, but it was actually kind of a blotchy purple skin rash that I was getting on my legs mostly. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I was in hospital for 8 days. During that period, my husband had to take time off work to take care of the kids. It's usually me that gets them off to school and picks them up in the afternoon. And so he had to do all the looking after the kids, and I was literally out of action. So there was nothing I could do but lie on the hospital bed feeling sorry for myself. So in this time, because my husband was busy trying to work and get the kids organized, I really had to rely on the help of friends because in hospital, the hospital food was terrible. And not especially in the mode that I was feeling, I was quite sensitive to what I wanted to eat, and I couldn't keep a lot down. So the hospital food was just not doing it for me. So if I wanted to eat, I needed to reach out to friends to come and help me bring and drop off food. Many people had said to me, look, if you need help, let me know. And of course, we always say that, don't we? We say, yes, thank you, but I'll be fine. And I think particularly as women, we're used to the ones looking after other people. We're used to the ones that other people get sick around us, and we're the ones that are helping them out, especially me. I haven't been sick in such a long time. Um, Whereas the kids often get sick, or my husband every now and then, and I'm always the one holding the fort, so to say. And so this time it was really challenging for me to actually message a few friends and say, hey, do you mind bringing me some food? And there are 3 meals a day we need, and so there was a lot of friends I had to call on to help bring me sustenance. I felt it felt really uncomfortable putting and I'm not sure why myself and many of us I know, especially us women, find it so hard to reach out and say, hey, can you please come and help me? And especially because I didn't need to do it just once, I needed to do it 3 or 4, 5, 6 times to reach out to friends. What I did notice though was the people that had offered their help were genuinely chuffed and pleased to be able to help me out. And I know that the people that had offered their help, and I didn't end up calling on the help, one of them had said, please next time call on me. And so the point of my message today is that there is a joy that we receive. So there's joy in receiving, of course, but there's also joy for people in giving, and people want to give. We're in a position of when we're in a position of needing help. If people genuinely offer their help, they want you to receive it, and they feel sad when you don't take up the offer. And so it was a nice experience for me to see that, as uncomfortable as I was in reaching out and asking people to help me, I could see the joy and the satisfaction it gave them to be able to come and help me out when I was really in a position of needing help. And I want to say a big, big thank you to all the friends who did come and help me, who provided me with beautiful meals, and I had friends make beautiful fruit smoothies and delicious meals, and it just really helped me recover and get my strength back, as well as the company and having friends come along and show their support in my time of need. So it was a very good lesson to me to be forced to put myself to be forced into a position where I had to accept help, and then to feel the joy for myself, but also for those who offered their help. And to really experience firsthand how lovely it is to be able to receive help when it's genuinely offered. So that's where I've been at the last few weeks. I was very, very sick, and I'm on my road to recovery now. I went back to the hospital today, and while they confirmed that it was dengue fever, they also showed me my blood tests that are almost back to completely normal range now. Apparently I'll just be tired for a little while, and it will take some time for me to recover my strength and normal energy levels. So I'm just very tired at the moment. I need to go to bed early and don't have a lot of strength to do what I normally would, which, normally quite an active person. So all is well. I'm back and recovered. It made me appreciate my health so incredibly much. I just felt so rotten, and not being able to eat, keep anything down, and having a fever constantly. I'm just so, so grateful for my health now. And I know that every now and then we kind of need a wake-up call and a reminder of just how lucky we are sometimes to have such vibrant health. And so I'm back on track. I've got so many ideas. I suppose another positive thing of being out of action for a while is that the inspiration comes when you're forced to literally not do anything. I was so tired I couldn't read books. I couldn't do a single thing. But in my subconscious mind, I was getting a lot of wonderful ideas, and I hope to be sharing those with you over the coming months. So stay tuned. It's so nice to be back with you, and I really, really look forward to being in touch and connecting with you more going forward. Lots of love and a big hug to everybody. Bye-bye.